My name is Rhapsody and welcome back to Shadows over Loathing, where we are truly living up to the name. Here in a vampire bar where we are about to have a conversation with the most powerful vampire in the room. The elaborately collared vampire sips languidly from his glass, projecting an air of smug nobility. I talk to him. Baron Arik Temusker, I presume?
Well, aren't you the presumptuous one? Indeed, I am Baron Dimuzga, and you are...
I mean, I'm okay lying to this guy. I'm about to kill him. I am Liege Vasiliga von Barovich. He doesn't seem convinced.
It is a pleasure to meet me. What is your business?
Huh. There are too many vampires in here to just attack him. This is going to take a subtle touch. Excuse me for a moment. There is a shadow rift I could try and step through. Interesting. I can press space to screech. Part of the nothingness is missing here. There's despicable mirrors and terrible mirrors in all of the different locations. I screech. Oh! I'm gonna screech at all these mirrors, get myself a trillion years bad luck. I mean, I don't know what I meant to do here, so this is what I will do here. Get him. Absolutely get him. 70 years of bad luck. What, I'm gonna end up with... There we go. A total of 91 years bad luck. A throwing ring of negative energy around a glass. Darkly. I close it. Use the pliers to twist up different bits of the rift until it gets annoyed with you and slams itself shut. And then I leave the realm. Interesting. Okay, so yeah, I'm pretty comfortable at this point asserting that I think what happens there is if I had instead done a run where I lean into the shadows and do allow, you know, all of the curses to still flourish and foster and keep the cursed versions of all of the items and those kinds of things, then I might be gaining powerful artifacts from the Shadow Realm there instead.
Ah, yes. Liege von Barovich was it not? And what is it that you wish to discuss with me?
Interesting. It's gonna take a subtle touch, apparently. I can talk to the bartender. I won't have the special. The bartender squints at you.
Okay.
I require information. Unfortunately, he tells me about von Buska. I mean, I'll have the special is kind of where I want to go with this one at the moment. 10 muscle in order to open this. Got it. I see what we need to do here. Give me some muscle. Get the gush stone back on. My pants. Let me get some muscle pants on. How about a muscle moxie pants? I know I got a muscle moxie pants down here somewhere. There we go. Weathered jeans. And then Mobius ring currently. Change that. The opulently bejeweled necklace. Becoming a... what am I looking for here? I'm looking for the reward from completing all the things from the thing. The monster sash. Where's my monster sash? Oh, there we are. Monster club sash. Mysticality 8. I really need to pump my mysticality by 2 as well. Anyhow, I open the door. You set a firm grip on the window. Take a deep breath, grit your teeth, and heave! The sash tears free of its various locks and adhesives and slams upwards, allowing the room to fill with brilliant white sunlight. Let's just ignore the fact that it's been gloomy and overcast all week. All of the vampires inside the bar, Baron Arik Temusker included, scream and burst into flames, quickly disintegrating into little piles of ash. Heck yeah! Got him! So much nicer down in here. Wait, this isn't a basement? Huh. Is there any more additional robbing of this? I'm sorry, looting, sorry. Exploring, there we go, of this place that I can do. The Baron's golden fang lies on the table in a pile of ash. Thanks for the memories, Baron. You got an item. Baron Auric Timusca's Golden Fang, rather. A lot of mob blood was passed through this over the years, so it has sentimental value to Don T as well as regular old gold value. Or still says fiends. Neat. I like that I just got to pick a perk there, effectively. Now, I want to know if the guy upstairs came down as well. You hear someone clapping and turn to see a man in an expensive suit leaning against a nearby lamppost, flanked by two burly goons. Even if you didn't recognize him from your bedroom 3 days ago, you'd know him as soon as he opened his mouth.
A marvelous outcome, Ryan! Truly marvelous! You accomplishized these tasks at hand with finesse and aplomb in equal measurement.
Hi, Don! You hand Don Toblerone the Baron's gold fang, and he examines it briefly before tucking it away in his jacket pocket. He snaps his fingers, and the two goons pat their pockets, becoming more and more flustered until one of them finally finds what he's looking for and hands it to Don Toblerone with a relieved sigh. Don looks at them askance, then rolls his eye and hands you the object. A small black velvet ring box, which proves to contain a gold signet ring. The crest on it appears to be in the shape of a penguin. A solid gold signet ring with the silhouette of a penguin engraved on it. A friendly mob guy will aid you in combat. What's this?
This, my newly promotionated comrade, is the seal of our boss. This ring identificates you as a capo regime within the organization and with all of the privileges therein to which you are hereby entitled.
Wow, like what?
The details of your specific role, salary, and etc. are still to be determined, and you will be contactifinated in a week with so further information. In the meantime, howsoever, wearing this ring will guarantee you the aid of our operatives whenever you find yourself embroiled in an altercation, whether melee or gun-wise.
Okay. I shake his hand. You shake hands, amiably.
Welcome to the family, Ryan Who. It will be an honor and a privilege both to be working with you in the future.
Well, gosh, I don't know what to say. Thanks, Don. Don Toblerone and the two goons sing a spirited verse of "For they're a jolly good fellow," and then tip their hats and saunter away.
For they are a jolly good person whom we have met upon the previous evening.
I'm certain that's how he was belting it out. I'm gonna do some a little fishing, just while I'm here. Might as well fill the sack. Speaking of, I think I'll probably have 10 in all stats at this point as long as I use my potions appropriately. A nefarious bake. You wanna, I'm a pump up the bass. Neat. 11 to all stats will hang on there. 11 to all stats? Can I do 11 to all stats? I think not. Unfortunately, at this point still. I'm gonna need additional things that pump my... Because, I'm no longer getting stats through leveling up. So, this is gonna be a touch difficult. Who would know about beans? Let's go to the hobo camp first, see if there's any bean knowers over there. Pepperidge Dauphin? Apparently I have nothing to ask you. Able to find any work? Do you know anything about beans? Nope. Gonna have to jump through a couple of these conversations, so I'm gonna do it a wee bit quicker than necessarily reading each and everything that they have as input here. Who's making beans? Oh, I got some medical supplies from one of them. Maybe the Moss Man would know about beans? Definitely not Crozius Vanderbilt. Ovid. No chance. I mean, sure, it'd be in the grub hub, right? Cornelius, can I have some more cornbread? I'm gonna buy a piece from you. Just to have one on hand. Clyde Mossman, you don't happen to know anything about beans? No. How about Beanie? You know anything about bean magic, Beanie?
You guess on account that's my name.
Well, yeah, and the fact that you mentioned cooking beans.
Yeah, I did a bit of bean slinging back in the day, and there's no money in it for those since those goddamn whistles got everywhere.
Whistles?
Some company went and put little plastic whistles in their cereal boxes for the kiddies, you know? But the noise of the damn things makes the exact noise that makes bean magic go all fluey. And now they're everywhere. Found one in that junkyard, in fact. Here, you take it. Wash it off before using it.
A 5700 hertz whistle. The frequency at which beans stop working. Thanks. Knew it. Classic. I'm making my way directly, in fact, to the Ford compound with my new bean whistle. How long's it been? I dispel them. You blow the whistle and the beanstorm goes poof, in an instant. Ford compound, bunkhouse. Hey, the screwdriver is hidden inside those disgusting, dirty boots. I searched. Oh, I was really hoping I was getting new boots. No screwdriver here. I have a screwdriver! Why am I looking for one? Perhaps the screwdriver is under one of these pillows. Nope. Maybe the screwdriver is in this broken soda machine. Nope. Maybe it's in one of these mattresses. Nope. Under the chair? No. In the sink? Nope. Not on those blankets either. I'm gonna use the hobo code at the very end. Ah, there we go. Oh, right, of course, I need a Jenkins head screwdriver, of course. Instead of a normal flat, being flat like a normal screwdriver, this one has an X-shaped profile. Weird. Some hobo code is carved on the wall above this bed. The code reads foot locker combo 02496. 02496. An empty, ratty old toolbox. I go to the foot locker and set it to 02496. Nice. You got an item. Hat's Lucky Satchel. The satchel has the name Hat embroidered on the side. Plus 50% to meat drops. Neat. Looks like there's nothing else here that we even need to interact with. I'll make my way on out. Got him! Can I use my whistle over here? Oh, I can! I could just banish him. I do feel like banishing them. First, let's speak to them again. Never mind. You know, I'm gonna save them by banishing these first. You blow the whistle and the bean creatures burst into a beanie mist. More bean creatures. I do it again. This block is for the factory's 1909 Employee of the Year. That's me! No, it isn't. He was 6 years old. That's me! No, it isn't. He was 6 years old. I was the best worker despite it. That tells you a lot about the other folk on the field. This must have been the floor manager's desk, which I search. Amongst the old paperwork and paper clips and paper third things, you find a small brass key. A Ford factory key. A small brass key that looks like it would go to tackle box or a filing cabinet or something like that. There isn't anything interesting in that filing cabinet. I banish these out of existence. An expensive looking toolbox, which I open for a crescent wand. A magical wrench made to twist the fabric of reality. Or at least the parts of the fabric of reality that are 32mm in diameter. Reduces the target stats by 1 in addition to damage. A chunk of unloved metal, hardened by its loneliness, and a disposable ratchet. At the end, we find a complicated gizmo that might be some kind of engine, as well as a legulith, a column of petrified beans. Since it's the only engine-like thing you've seen around here, it's a reasonable gamble that that's what Farron is looking for. It's the souped-up engine. This engine is being souped up. Wait, sorry, that's a typo. This engine is being souped up. That's fun. I'm gonna remove the door. You unscrew the hinges and pull the door off of its frame. A truly unexpected number of employees flood out of the break room and run away. One of them waves and gives you a thumbs up on his way out of the building. The room smells about how you'd expect after a bunch of people have been trapped for a day with none you eat but beans. So you prop the door back open as an entryway. As some sort of cork. Okay, cool. I'm gonna search it now. You search it and you find 2 loose fist beans, 2 phase beans and a rotting soybean. The loose fist bean, a fist of a bean man will get you the best of a mean man. will get the best of Mean Man, rather. This is the average of a soybean and 0 soybeans. But along an axis, that doesn't make that... But along an axis, that doesn't make that just mean half a soybean. Fair point. It may be out of phase. When is this bean? Rotting soybean. A level of nastiness in this soybean is high enough that there must be some way to put it to productive use. God wouldn't make a bean so gross that even he couldn't smear it on something. The car smells bad. I don't have a wire hanger to pop it open and see what's smelling so bad in there. But I do want to. I desperately want to. Extra pile of soybeans. All good. Well, hey, Fariner, I've got your engine. In the distance, you see a pile of gravel. All right, Fariner. Hey there, you managed to bag that engine for me yet? Yeah, I got it right here. Hey, fantastic. Thanks a million, kid. Can't wait to get this baby installed. 50 experience. About that engine I brought you. Yeah? I should probably warn you. Watch out for little plastic whistles. Oh, the 5,700 hertz one? Yeah, that's no problem. The engine will drown that sound right out. Makes a lot of noise, huh? Yeah, hilarious noise. Well, okay then. I guess we're as ready as we're ever gonna be, apparently! I don't even have the option not to do this mission right now. What's our mission status, Jasper? Yola says she's ready to deal with the guard out front. Wendelin's all set to spring the gate. Xenia's armed and dangerous, well, only a little more dangerous than usual, I guess. Oscar Luce is confident she can get us into the inner sanctum, and Grover's got Big Betty ready to blow. Fariner says the getaway car is good to go. I guess we're as ready as we're ever going to be. Let's do it! Alright then, here goes nothing. I think you mean, here goes everything. You kids and your enthusiasm, don't get so fired up that you burn yourself out. I mean, I don't need to turn this in yet. Whatever, let's go. The Oil Baron's refinery. Fariner is standing next to a souped-up limo, beaming with pride. I give her a thumbs up. Wendell is doing some last-minute fiddling with the little machine. Oscar Lucer is dutifully propping up the floodlight. Iola is leaning against the trunk of the limo, looking cool and sultry. In a sense, those words are opposites. But you probably get what I mean. Xenia is ready for action. Grover sits, waiting for his time to shine, and Jasper is keeping an eye on the road. I ask him for advice. What's our next move, Jasper? Do you mean our first move? Yeah. We need to deal with that guard at the front gate. How? Yola can handle him. Just head towards him and be ready to back her up if anything goes wrong. Okay. I let Yola handle him. Yola waits until he nears to approach. Yola sachets up to the guard, holding a glass of milk. Well, hello, handsome. Couldn't help but notice all the hard work you're doing, keeping this place safe from intruders.
Well, yeah, that's my job, ma'am.
And I say you're doing such a good job too, darling. I was just saying to myself, there's a handsome young man who must be so thirsty after all that walking. I simply must bring him a little pick-me-up.
Oh, that's very kind of you. I could use a glass of milk.
The guard drinks the milk and instantly passes out. Yola shoots you a wink and strolls to a car. Go get him, Tiger. Nice work, Yola. Now he's only guarding the ground. Hey, you try and infiltrate my compound, 3 things are gonna happen. I guard you, you guard the ground, I guard an ambulance. That doesn't work, right? Wendell's here messing with the gate controls, I can help him out. Hey Jasper, you got any advice? Wendelin has removed I leave now, I need 8 Sleaze armor and Moxie, 1 second. Un momento, por favor. There we go. Wendell has removed a panel from the front of the control box, revealing a mass of gears and cogs packed with grease. Give me a hand with this, will ya? Is it gonna have all the fingers still on it afterwards? Yeah, no worry, kids. This little gizmo I've been tinkering with is just enough to do the heavy lifting. Just need you to hold the panel open for me. I reach in and activate it. You roll up your sleeve and stick your arm into the nest of sharp steel gears nearly up to the elbow. When your fingers find the lug Gwendolyn pointed out, you take 2 deep breaths, snap the thing to the left, and yank your arm out of there before the gears start spinning, like the blenders at a half-price margarita night. It's all in the wrist. Beaut. Oh, Gwendolyn's already on his way out. He's done. I'm gonna give Fariner another thumbs up before making my own way into the compound. The oil baron's refinery inside a wall. Perverse, vulgar, crude, unrefined, refined, and classy are the different types of oil here. This is a pretty big safe. The keys in there must be really important. This locker is not locked, so I open it. Unsecured pants? Don't mind if you do. Got an item, refinery workers' pants. These pants are designed to support, and provide rather all the support you need when you're swinging a refining hammer. A very well made, but otherwise unremarkable office desk. Very practical. I search it. From the memos and so forth, you gather that this is Baron Hellstrom's personal desk. Pretty much all that's in it is business-related papers. Oh, except for a weird leather pouch. I take the pouch. You grab the pouch and close the drawers. A weird leather pouch. A leather pouch with a weird spiky cliff, stamped onto the flap. You found it in a desk at the Helco refinery. A pretty big safe. Oskaloosa pulls out the meteor shard and carefully rotates it around just the right position in space to create a small wormhole. Okay. Okay. The other side of that wormhole should be inside the safe. I just need you to reach through and unlock it from the inside. Is that safe? Can't you do it yourself? I have to hold the shard in just the right position so the hole don't close and slide your arm off. So, no, not safe, but also, no, can't do it myself. Fine. You reach through and jiggle bits of the safe mechanism until you hear the latch click open and pull your arm out of the hole with a relieved whoo! Whoo! The safe opens to reveal a single key inside, which makes the word keys on the outside seem a real exaggeration. Now that you've grabbed that key, it's just a lie. You got an item, the key to the Oil Baron's bunker, a complicated looking industrial key. Nice, I got the key. Right, that's my bit done. I'm heading back to the core. Good luck. Bye, Oskaloosa. Nothing useful left in the safe, makes sense. Grover's moment is yet to approach. I think a bit more oil tanks that way, makes sense, makes sense, makes sense. The bunker door is locked. I unlock it with the bunker key and go inside. This door has been welded shut. Grover's moment has finally arrived. Holy jeez, is that a bomb?
Oh, yeah. Ain't she a beaut?
She's big as heck.
Oh, don't worry, it's a shaped charge. Pretty much all the blast force is gonna go straight in the wall.
Pretty much?
Were you planning to stand right next to it? Can't recommend that in any case. Just go ahead and light the fuse whenever you're ready.
I do it. And then I run away with Grover. Grover sits and admires his handiwork. He'll head back to the car soon. The Baron's refinery. Oh. It looks like we are refining shadow objects for power. The terrible place just keeps on going as far as the eye can see. Boy, howdy. That don't look good for the world. Oh, actually, this is probably better. It could have been oil. Oh, it's that guy from your dream. He doesn't look like he wants to be interrupted, so I'm going to interrupt him nevertheless.
Who in tarnation are you? I got about this end of this sentence. You got about this end of the sentence before I kill you deader than most people are aware as possible, bucko.
I turn around and leave. ERC Inspector, sir, would... No!
Nice try, you yellow-bellied varmint. I worked so busy I'd literally tan your hide.
He beats several kinds of hell out of you and throws you out of his bunker. -1 to mysticality, no! That's what I need! I need the mysticality! I need enough spooky armor and mysticality. Oh, that's gonna be difficult. Okay, first off, what's the club sash? Secondly, I need to give basically all of my buffs to mysticality at this point in time. So, let me go all the way to food. Which of you is giving me mysticality? Hop, cannon fruit cocktail. Oh, it's a really powerful item. I can't really use that easily, unfortunately. Fairy cake, there we go. I don't need the hot armor. So now I'm caked with magic. And then I'm gonna go to my potions. And phase beam? Honestly? Although that increases my magical. I don't need my magical to be increased. Electrified oil for maximum AP also increased. Could be nice, could be nice, could be good, could be fun. I'm just gonna go with the mercury drops. Nasal grip, yep. Replace that, and I think that should be right. I interrupt him nevertheless.
Who in tarnation are you? You got up out of this end of the sentence before I kill you dead or most people are aware as possible, bucko.
ERC Inspector, sir.
What? I ain't got one of them.
I mean the Energy Regulatory Commission.
We ain't got none of those either, and if he did, I'd be in charge of it.
I'm referring to the actual federal government, sir, not whatever your inexplicable situation is.
Coolidge can go suck a rattlesnake.
Be that as it may, sir, I'm gonna have to inspect your huge mad science contraption.
Get away from that console, varmint.
I commence to inspectinating. You give the main console a thorough inspection while muttering a lot of made-up nonsense science words. Well, sir, it seems like you've got yourself a real problem here.
What blaze are you talking about?
Someone's yanked a bunch of wires and cables out of this thing and also pushed a lot of buttons at random.
You what?
I cannot confirm or deny it was me. The machine starts to vibrate intensely, and smoke pours out one of the vents. Yep, see, that's clearly not up to code.
Why, you damn fool, sidewind it!
The Baron looks about to beat you to death with his cane, but a nearby exhaust fan explodes and the spinning fan blades slice the top of his hat off. He therefore chooses to turn around one instead. Come on! We've got to get out of here! The whole place is going up! The front panel of the machine blows off, and what looks like an old farmer's sickle flies out of it and clatters on the floor. You quickly pick it up, a cursed sickle. Excuse me. A cursed sickle does your moxie plus 13 spooky damage. This sickle's so sharp it dulls your senses just by comparison. Time to go! Whatever this infernal machine is doing, it's no longer doing it well. Poor guy must have been forced to sleep in his sinister, reality-threatening shadow facility. Forget I led with poor guy. A cool little replica of an oil pump, I take it. The model pump jack there. I need to very quickly make sure there's no hobo code on any of these walls. Because there easily could have been, you see. At any point. Nope, I'm making my way out. I feel like we did the right thing. I head back outside. And jump in the car. Let's hightail it out of here, folks. Successful work. Well, everybody, that went better than I could have ever expected. Just goes to show that the old crew has some life in it after all. Although clearly, I've got to hand it to our new member Ryan, we couldn't have done it without you, kid. Ah, shucks, it was nothing. Nonsense. You deserve one hell of a reward for what you've done today. Unfortunately, most of our money is tied up in saving bonds, so you'll have to settle for my cool shades. You got an item, Jasper's cool shades. These sunglasses are cool, both because they are stylish and because of their association with cool crimes. +1 to Moxie and 7 to Spooky Armor. Well, thanks!
Now it's time for us to get back to our retirement. I got a shuffleboard game in 20 minutes. See y'all around.
Yola gives you a big hug and everyone leaves with a wave. Bye, let's do it again sometime. This empties out the entire feed area. It's Jasper's anarchy planning desk. I look for stuff in it. You search through Jasper's maps and notes. There are detailed diagrams of the refinery. Wonder where he got those. Recognizing a fellow anarchist, Abby allows you to pat. Leans in with the petting, leans into your petting with the enthusiasm of co-conspirator. I pet her now. +1 to maximum AP. Ridiculous. I definitely get that one. Far better than anything we had a hold of at that time. Heavy bags of steer feed. Yep, still none of them for us. Can I loot the bar? Don't seem it, certainly. I already missed those two ladies and I start repeating names. Frank Irvington's grandson, Barry. Jane Zenith's sister Paula, Nicholas McCarty. I can't remember the actual name. I think it was Nicholas. Damn. I mean, that's the mission. Can I get myself one more mysticality in any way? Food potion. Yes, washing my face. Washing my face off will do that for us. I'm gonna go to McMillican Cuddy's farm, shake off the spell. Excuse me, the Puckwudgies are a mysterious people. You're not gonna let me in your house, father? Farmer, rather? Alright then, boy. Gilmore House won't let me do it there. Molros would, but I can't get to the bathroom in Molros, I don't believe. Delphine House? I think I can use the sink in Delphine House right now. Of course, I'm gonna have to do some fighting to get there. Get him, buddy. Oh, I've even got another AP after this. I love having that. Good work. And then I'm gonna use my weapon to take out one of them. Following up with Sacks of Violence to take out another, and weapon against the Shadow Cow for the final. 17 experience, though that's not useful anymore. No way you going back in there? Never mind, apparently I can't. Puckwudgie Village? No? You know what? I'm going all the way back to Ocean City. Wait, do I know? Where do I know there's a bathroom? One of these places has to have a bathroom. Dirch doesn't. I think Zimmer does. Am I allowed to use Zimmer's bathroom? Please, I just need to wash my face. Please, my face is so dirty that I'm no longer mystical. Ah! Nope, can't do it there. Going to the regular house now. Come on, let me use the bathroom. That's not the bathroom, that's downstairs, that makes sense. Though, it has let me enter a room. Which is the most encouraging I've had so far. I need a sink to splash my face in. Apparently the sink in the kitchen's not going to do it, that's fine by me. A-okay, it happens. One wet cigarette, all good. I don't think they're going to be a quest item anymore. I've lost faith in that reading. Splash some water on my face and I lose my minor concussion as well as my exhaustion. This is important, because now I can go back to Grey County and wander around a wee bit until I get my 10 mysticality thing. And then I'm going to have the ability to solve it with my 10 mysticality things. The Demon Theatre Troupe prances into your path. We need to have more meat if we are to stage 11th night, traveler. What happened to the meat I gave you? We're paying Charlie Chaplin to direct. The tramp costs a little fortune. I support the arts with another 200 beat. Traveler, we thank you.
You are truly a patron of the arts.
Break a leg. There we go. Word reaches you that the folk in this land are in need of a horse whisperer. Specifically, someone to whisper at this particular horse named Jeff to stop eating horse flesh, because it's making the farmers uncomfortable. I'd be the horse whisperer. You stroke Jeff's mane and whisper, "Come on, man," into the enormous horse ear. Jeff nods and agrees to switch to a plant-based diet. Is that the only one? A dozen eyes wink and 2 mouths make kisses at you from from within a squirming corpulent blob of crude oil. This is very rude of the blob, and it likely only feels comfortable in doing so because it's protected by a circle of electrified shale spires that spark with lightning. Anything can attract lightning if it's the tallest and pointiest thing in the area. Drawing upon your deep command of the arcane, you jump up and make a steeple above your head with the fingers. The lightning abandons the spires and nestles in your bones. Not feeling so big and strong anymore, the blob bows in apology and shuffles away. +1 to mysticality! You're all charged up from the electricity on those whole pile of things. That's really good for us. Where do I need the mysticality? There was the 10 mysticality here. Is this the only thing I needed the 10 mysticality for? The farm picks up something wild and you, and the open doors of a nearby barn provide the only shelter. You dash inside and you see the gargoyles again.
Taking shelter, huh? Without pain? Well, this is B&B, which stands for breakfast or a place where we beat you black and blue. That's up to you.
Again? This isn't even the same barn.
We got a franchise, now pay up.
I pay for the bread and breakfast. You got an item, the human bean liver. On one hand, it's a human liver, so you probably shouldn't eat it. On the other hand, the human it came from didn't actually have an actual human brain, so is it really different than eating the liver of someone who's slightly dumber than usual? Increases your muscle by 1 and your maximum HP by 11.
Now eat up or go to bed.
There's something hot in your pocket and you find the devils, and it's not the hole rather, those devils have been burning in your pocket. You reach in and find a ring. You know how when you go and sit on a toilet and the seat's already warm, it makes you a little bit uneasy? That's what this ring is like. A friendly devil will aid you in combat. In the distance you see some gravel, like a scarier crow. Yeah, it looks like maybe I have done the only... Maybe I've done the only mysticality one there. I give up. I don't need to fight them. I can worry about fighting other things later if I need to. Well, this gives me cursed items that I have the ability to go back to the... there we go, uncurse the sickle by taking it back to Jessica at the antique store, and there's no side missions here that necessarily require me right now. Heck, I think we might have completed this place. So that means at the start of the next episode, we should make our way to uncurse this item and start the next chapter. But until then, my name is Rhapsody, the name of the game. It's been Shadows over Loathing. Top left of the series playlist, usual recommendation down below, streaming past the names of the people so generously supporting the Republic on patreon.com/Rhapsody lays out or above the thank tier, and a special thanks this episode to moms. Hopefully you all have been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you all next time.